They get so offended by it just because a majority does it. It doesn't mean that if you get given these cards, you got to play them that certain way. You can play them however you want. But most people in that category play them this way. It's so soft to be hurt by something like that. By numbers.
Subscribe to this channel in case you are watching this channel and you have not subscribed.
X, $10. Ladies, do you want to be married and have children? If so, by what age? Good question. We'll start here. Do you want to be married and have children? And if so, by what age?
Yes, I want to be married, but I never want kids. I want to be married by the age of like 25.
Okay. Okay. What about you?
I don't want to be married, but I do want kids.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
what? Okay.
I want a kid, not kids. But
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
want to be
nice.
married. I feel like you don't need a title too. How you call it? You don't need paperwork too.
Oh, okay. But would you want to be in the a committed relationship with a guy though, right? To raise that child?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what? I was with her until she's iffy on that. Like me, I personally, I don't see a benefit in getting married, other than like taxes and stuff like that. But if you live together long enough, that shit comes with it. My sister, I was telling my sister that she told me there's some reason, there's some incentive to get it. I think it's something to do with like medical, like if you're on a machine and you're about to pull the plug type shit. That's whenever it matters a lot because they can just do whatever they want. Can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something like that. So she did kind of open my eyes a little bit to why there is a incentive on getting married. But still, I don't really see. I would get married to you, but I don't want the whole if we get divorced and the government steps in. That shit's like obviously I will always get a prenup. I don't give a fuck if I'm poor or not. I'm gonna get a prenup. Period. But I just don't want to involve. But I don't know. I really don't know the ins and outs to marriage. I just really feel like it's pointless as fuck as a man. But if one of y'all want to let me know down below, maybe an incentive on why we should get married, then I'm all ears. It's just, I'm 25 right now. My girl, she knows better than everybody that I just don't want to get married. I told her I'll give her the wedding. I told her I'll do all the shit. I just don't want to involve the government into it because it's like, why? I don't see a point in it. Like I said, though, if you guys got any, if y'all can think of any reason why, I'm all ears.
She want a sperm donor.
Something like that, to be honest, because I really don't feel like, it's not really about, I don't see a future with me for like the long time.
She said, fuck them niggas.
Yeah,
I just want a kid.
I really just want the kid, to really honest, to have that.
Emotional damage.
Would it be fair to say that, a father is critical to a child's development though?
Yeah, they definitely supposed to be a part. But
Wouldn't you want the best for your kid and have a dad in the play?
I didn't think about that. I just thought I wanted a kid.
Yes.
who knows how the future may be? This generation so fucked up now to the point, like.
But don't you want to make sure your kid is not a part of the fucked up generation and have it right in there so that you don't continue the cycle?
I'm saying, far as.
There's nothing wrong with saying.
What if she's trying so hard? She's trying so hard to think of some type of logic that can come up to her fucking head. And how females, they could just think of fucking nothing and consider it logical. She can't even think of nothing.
I was wrong. I should have a dad.
No, because it's gay women. Is how you think them gay girls feel with the girls that have babies, and they supposed to know that it's mom and dad, not girl and girl.
Do you think those kids turn out okay?
Right. I wondered that, man.
That's what they raised up on. How they supposed to see anything else different in what they're raised?
I just feel like a boy and a girl both need a male and a woman in their lives, just so they can see, I don't know. Maybe this is traditional of me, but I just feel like they need to see both sides of the world, not just one side. Like, you could say that there's manly women and but I feel like that's different. I don't know. I don't know. I really do wonder what the kids that are being raised in gay households really come up to be like. Maybe that's why the world's so far left and so just emotional, but who knows?
They don't get a traditional masculine figure and they don't get a traditional feminine figure. And I think that polarity is very important for children growing up. Matter of fact, there's stats that prove single mother households are the biggest contributor to degenerate people.
Mm-hmm.
Serial killers, murderers, rapists, people that are terrible, homeless people,
Jeffrey
drug
Dahmer
addicts,
had both his
etc.
parents.
He's one of the exceptions. Actually, matter of fact, no. Well, hold on. Actually, his mom left his dad.
Oh wait, how old was he when his mom left? 17.
And his mom was also a drug addict as well. Yeah.
So they say.
She was.
She was prescribed those medications.
And she overdosed on them.
Yeah.
But the doctor gave it to her.
My mom was prescribed to a lot of shit too, and she bruh, just because it's prescription doesn't mean you can't take advantage of it.
Accountability. Anyway, but going back to what I was saying, but that might be one exception, but it was a fucked up family. But if you have both parents and they're there, it's significantly, I mean, stats prove this, that two-parent households
Yeah, but
important.
I want a loving co-parent situation
Mhm.
with my child, dads or whatever like that. But I don't want, I don't see like marriage and have to be an in-house family thing. Like it has to be necessary to get like.
These are the type of women that are out getting pregnant and having kids too. This mindset that she has, she can't be the only one that's ever thought like that. I'm sure it's, I'm almost positive it's probably really common. It's just no one actually says it out loud.
No.
Actually, who hurt you?
Right. Daddy issues.
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, that's a strange situation, but you know, we know nuclear families are the backbone of, you know, good societies. Single mother households lead to failure in general, and the
Not
stats prove
really.
it.
Not really.
There's a lot of famous
We have-
athletes,
Not
celebrities that
really.
never had no
The
parents.
perfect girls really don't
Kobe,
make it far. You
wasn't
know that,
Kobe
right?
raised
Let's
by
You
not-
gotta realize for every
Yeah.
professional athlete, there's like hundreds of thousands of people that didn't make it, that failed, that came from those same circumstances.
that
You
had
can't use
both
the
their
exception.
mom and dad and all the money paid for.
No, they didn't
all
have
the-
their parents.
There's some people that had everything paid for, everything given to them, and they ain't get far neither. So
No,
That's true.
I don't
But
know.
what
The
I'm
ones that have
saying,
both parents and they abuse the.
ladies, this isn't up for debate. Single parent households, single mother households are one of the leading contributors to degenerate societies. That's
So they
that's a
say.
fact. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
No, that's
that's
not.
what they
Oh
said.
my god, bro. I hate when they try to argue statistical facts. Like it's actual numbers ran by organizations that do this, that literally have done this for decades. Like they have went to college and studied this to do studies like this, to get the stats for people. They get paid big bucks by companies to get these numbers. They are well trained. They don't fucking slack. They know what the hell they're doing. I hate how they come on here almost every fucking time and they want to argue facts. Like, well, there's a lot of ones that I do know. Okay, there's a lot of them that you don't fucking know too. They get so offended by it just because a majority does it. It doesn't mean that if you get given these cards, you gotta play them that certain way. You can play them however you want. But most people in that category play them this way. It's so soft to be hurt by something like that. By numbers.
They
That's
said.
a fact.
No,
That's
it's
what
a
you're
fact.
That is a
It's
fact.
facts.
That's
So y'all
indisputable.
interviewed all the single women and all the people with single moms.
There's
and,
studies.
There's studies online.
that
You can
prove
look at
this.
it right
and,
now.
and you know
They-
that they did that also.
100%.
They polled prisoners in jail, and most of them come from single mother
My
households.
my mother been a single mother for a long time, and I know
Oh
damn
my
well neither one of her
God.
children on crack, retarded. I never been in jail half of the time.
Bro, good for you. No shit. He's not saying everybody that comes from a single family household is a criminal, is a rapist, is a murderer, is all these bad things. He's not saying that. He's saying a majority of people that are criminals tend to come from single parent households. Why are you offended by that? If you're not in that group, you should feel blessed. Like, why are you mad? Why are you mad that people that are dealt the same cards played them worse than you? You should be like, yeah, you should be proud about yourself. Instead, you're upset saying it's not true.
I never went to jail. Never had a
Yeah.
That's
criminal
good.
background.
But that's you.
Never had a criminal background.
That's you.
So we're sitting at
but-
the table right here, and we disputing, debunking y'all stats.
Oh God, they ain't even there.
But
So
you don't realize two girls. Yeah, go
out
ahead.
of a population of 1 million people plus,
Okay, so
Like,
how many people are in prison?
A
lot.
hundreds of thousands.
Okay, so
Bro,
out of every
a
single
lot.
prison, that's all the prisons are the same. They went to every single prison and interviewed everybody.
They're in prison.
They take stats.
You know what? Better yet,
They got nothing else better to do. Prison is the best place to get stats. Like, you could go to college, they got class and stuff to do. You could go to workplaces, they got work to do. But if you go to a prison, they have nothing to do. They have literally nothing to do. You can schedule time. You can schedule time any time of the day, and I'm sure they'd be glad to do it. Most of the time, they have nothing to fucking do.
school shooters. Most of them came from what? Single mom households. Now, are you gonna say, "Oh, they're okay"? Nah, that was terrible. But we're just saying, look, on a global scale, probability wise, it's gonna be single mothers raised back.
Kill all the
kids.
streams, Chris.
Yeah, come
yeah,
to YouTube, guys.
yeah, come on over to YouTube, guys.
Yeah.
Ladies, what you guys are doing is you're making an argument for an exception to the rule. Okay, if I line up 100 kids that come from single parent households, probably 90 to 85 of them are going to have issues. The
Yeah,
15 that overcome the issues, that does not mean that the majority still did not fail. So you
Right.
guys are saying there's athletes and celebrities that came from single parent homes and they made it. Well, you didn't see the hundreds of thousands that failed coming from a single parent household. You can't use an exception to make the rule. That's a minority.
Right.
I'm just gonna let y'all continue. I don't agree.
you're incorrect.
with you.
it's
Not
not
really, because you saying that, but they didn't interview all the people that came from people who have two parents and that didn't make it. They don't focus.
Bro, they're taking criminals. It's not that hard to wrap your head around. They're taking criminals. Every single person that's ever done some type of crime, and they're asking them how they grew up. with a mom, with a dad, with both, with neither. They're asking them how they grew up. Most prisoners came from a single family household.
Focus on that. They're focused on the people that come from single households. Nobody interviewed all the prisoners. What happened to all the prisoners who did
come
have
from
both parents and stuff?
Both
Like you just,
households.
They're the
like you just
minority.
mentioned.
Rich parents.
Oh, serial killers
Bro,
come.
thank you, Myra.
I just said it. Jeffrey Dahmer, motherfucker,
That's an
8
exception
people.
to the rule.
Motherfucker, 8 people.
That's an exception. That's a
the
gross
one-
exception.
That's the gross exception.
And that's why they made a big documentary on him, because he came from a situation that you would not
It's unique.
assume that.
It's very unique.
Right.
Actually, the biggest serial killer is actually a black dude, but he came from a single mother household. They didn't make no documentary on him. He killed 93 people.
Yeah.
But they don't give a
That's
fuck because
I
he
didn't hear
fit
about
the
him.
norm of being a fuck up. But Jeffrey Dahmer didn't, which is why they're like, oh, this guy's such an anomaly. He's gay, came from a 2-parent household. We got to make a documentary on this. So if anything, he was so exceptional that they made a Netflix series special on him.
But he fell into all the categories of being a serial killer.
But he's
And
an
they-
exception to the
and
rule.
he wasn't an exception. He was white, and they overlooked everything that he did.
What are you talking about?
Dude, whenever he said the black one, that's honestly the first black serial killer I've ever heard of. I don't pay attention to serial killers like that, but if I can probably name about 5 to 10 of them, all of them are white. I don't think that they try to section white people out of serial killers. I feel like they're more looked at as serial killers or school shooters or rapists or whatever us white people get arrested for. But am I mad that a lot of white people are held accountable for that? No, it's just how it is. It's just what the fuck it is. Am I gonna follow suit because they're white and I'm white? No, because that's stupid. It's still a higher rate. It's still a statistical fact. It's something that's actually been happening. It's something to look at, but it's not something to like hold near and dear to your heart.
He was a pedophile.
Yeah,
he was caught numerous times for being a pedophile. He was
We're talking
out
about
on bond.
single parent households.
But I'm saying though, you saying that he was an exception to the
You're
rule.
moving the goalposts.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. Like, again, you
But he
cannot.
wasn't an exception though. Like all the
He came from a 2-parent household.
all the signs pointed to him being a serial killer, and they overlooked it. That's why he was as big as he was. That's all I'm trying to say.
Bruh. If you look at people in prison, and here's the thing, they've asked people that are in prison, tell us about your family situation, etc. They collect stats on all of this stuff. People that get arrested and recidivism rates, all this other stuff. They collect those stats because they want people to not go back to prison. And they found overwhelmingly the people that are in prison come from single mother households.
I don't know about that. They might do it to not want people to go to prison. I really feel like they want people in prison, especially since they keep building prisons and like they aren't letting no one out and they're just holding them longer. But that's my own opinion. But I really feel like it's more having to do with businesses that are paying for these numbers, because I don't think the government really cares that much to pay for these stats. I feel like if anyone cares, it's the businesses, because they can actually turn the numbers into actual dollars. But that's my opinion. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna end that video there, y'all. Please like the video. If you got anything to say about the video, anything to say to me, let me know down below. I read every comment. Give your boy a subscription if you fuck with me. And if you really, really want to support me, go watch some of my videos, share some of my content, shoot, make some clips, put it on TikTok. I just got banned, so fuck TikTok. But yeah, with all that said, I appreciate y'all like no other. I can't believe how fast this channel's growing, and it's all thanks to y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I really do love y'all for it. But with all that said, deuces.
Just run it up, we gon' run it up, nigga. Run it up, blue bands got my hundreds up. White girl, snow bunnies up, said she don't know you ain't one of us. I always kick it with her, you ain't fucking nothing. Why your pants sad, you ain't clutching nothing? Fuck, nigga. You think you tough or something? Come run you something, nigga. I've been out of my mind.